Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When you are in the utter present, without the blemish of the lingering past and worrying future, that utter present is very near to the absolute presence. Mind the word. Present is a tense. Past is a tense. Future is a tense. When we start living in tenses, we live in tensions. To get out of these tenses and tensions, we have to know the secret of it. And the secret is how the time is born. And this is also you have to learn from experiences. Time is born when a sequence is established. For the establishment of a sequence, you require finite events to happen. For example, morning sunrise. We wake up, then go to washroom, then finish our bath, everything, then take our breakfast, then we go to work. One after another event is happening. Now second example, we go to sleep and that's it. No event. So the next event is when we are out of the sleep. And therefore the first thing that we do is, hey, how long I was sleeping? Because time was not born in between. There were no events. See. So when I was looking at the ocean, this thing was going in my mind. One wave is followed by another wave, followed by third wave, followed by fourth wave, and a sequence is established. So, in our own life also, the same thing happens. Childhood came and gone, teenage came and gone, middle age came and gone, sequence. Therefore, we have to find out how the sequence can be arrested. Sequence can be arrested when we stop giving importance to anything which is finite. For example, as he was chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So Om Namah Shivaya is a finite sound followed by a silence. Again Om Namah Shivaya, second finite sound. So a time is created because of the sequence. Now take that which is not finite but it is infinite and see whether time is born or not. So what is infinite? The silence is infinite. So make silence as the object of your experience. But don't go to sleep. This waking sleep is called as meditation. Normally what happens, every experience that happens in our life leaves dents on our mind. There are only two types of dents. One is that we like, second is that we don't like. So with every additional experience, there are these two dents constantly happening. I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. And as the age grows, these two dents, earlier they were hair thin lines on the mind. With the passage of time, these hair thin lines become rope thick, then they become the pathways, then they become the roadways, then they become the valleys, and these two things, likes and dislikes, that becomes our character. And if you think properly, come to know, these likes and dislikes have no value, no meaning. So how can we stop this happening? As I told again and again, only one way, learn from the experience. When you learn, you don't make impressions on the mind. Like the common example, we all in our childhood, sometime or the other touched the fire and our hand got burnt. Then we learned that the fire burns. Therefore, when we are grown up, we have no liking or disliking for the fire because we know. Now apply this principle in life. Whenever we learn, our mind remains free from any impressions. And therefore, wisdom is not erasable. A wise man is always a wise man. It never gets erased. And therefore, when we are interacting in the world, our mind has to be kept at this quality level. Then what happens? For example, our thinking process undergoes a tremendous change. Like what? One day, one gentleman, a police officer, came to meet me sometime 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. I was in my room doing some work on my laptop. So he said, Swamiji, I am very busy this time, I am unable to attend your lectures. So please give me some homework for the next 1 year so I can work on myself. That was his question. I said, are you ready? He said, yes. I said, close the door. He closed the door. I said, now switch off the light. He has switched off. Then I asked him, what do you see now? He said, nothing, only darkness. I said, before you answer, think properly. Don't answer blindly. Tell, what do you see? No, nothing, Swami. Darkness only. I said, first lie. Eyes cannot see darkness. Eyes can see only the light. Okay, I agree. So you are wrong? Yes, I am wrong. Then now switch on the lights. He switched on. Now tell, what are you seeing? He started enumerating the things in the room. I am seeing you, I am seeing your laptop, I am seeing your shoes, I am seeing the water bottle. Go ahead. These are the things. Again, think properly. Don't reply just like that. No, this is all. I said, no, you are incomplete. Now what is remaining? I said, are you not seeing the light? Come on. I said, now think again. Are you seeing something more? He said, that's all now, all the things and the light. I said, I am seeing something more also. I don't know what you are seeing. I said, don't get frustrated. I am seeing the electricity. Without electricity, can there be light? Without light, can there be objects? So what was happening? Now understand this principle. What was happening? When you say, I am seeing the things in your room, meaning the objects, he was so preoccupied with the objects of the room that he has forgotten his vision. Had he been with his vision, then he would have said, I am seeing the objects and I am seeing the light. If this example is clear, exactly the same way. We are so much preoccupied with the worldly things that these worldly things curtain, cover, veil our own vision, all our sense organs. Get this point, it's very simple. For example, sound. The sound could be any sound, but we don't like common, we like special. So, no, I like only chanting the Lord's name. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Every sound is the same. But what happens? We give importance to the sounds, and because of that, the mind is covered behind the sounds. So I talk only Afrikaans. I talk only German. I was recently in Paris and I don't know French. A big challenge to deal with anybody. They refuse to talk English. They understand. They will not talk. In this manner, the more we get lost in the specifics, the common denominator is lost. Sound is the common denominator. Separate languages are special, and the specialities are creating chaos in this world. Therefore, first principle we have to learn, as long as we are giving importance to the worldly objects, we are at the periphery of our personality. So from there we have to slowly start migrating, come to the sense organs. So when we come to the sense organs, then again we get lost there. So with my ears, I want to hear only my glory and somebody else's bad things. And if it happens the other way around, people talk bad about me and good about somebody whom I don't like, immediately the mind gets disturbed. So, the objects are covering the sense organs are covering the mind. See how the sense organs are covering the mind. This I learned from an old man. He was frustrated. I happened to go to his house, so I had to talk, say something or the other. I said, Uncle, how are you? Still alive. Did you get food? If somebody gives, I eat. Everything is okay with you? I don't know. Now what was happening? He is so much overpowered by the world and the sense objects that he is becoming an emotional wreck. All those people who are depressed, dejected, frustrated, they have got only one disease. They are constantly seeking attention. And why we seek attention? Because we are attentive. We have got some image about ourselves. And people also have got image about us. These two images, there is a parallax. They don't match. And therefore, the frustration comes in life. See how images create a problem for us. Once I was somewhere in New Zealand, And we are on a little bit raised area, and we have to go to the ocean. So I was walking with my friend, his daughter, me, three of us. I said, hey, come on, you go here, I will not come there. Swami, please come, see how beautiful it is. And you don't want to come? How nice, beautiful it looks. I said, do you know one basic principle? He said, what is the basic principle? That which looks good need not be actually good. What do you mean? I said, for example, you look good. Next 3 days she did not talk to me. So what happened? She had an image about herself. And that image was damaged by this statement. Immediately we become depressed. So when I say, hey, will you please give me a cup of tea? No, ugly people cannot give anything. Anything I say, she has to bring that. See, friends, let us not have these false notions. We should never be dependent on, because somebody says you are good, you are good. No, I know what I am. See, this is how slowly this I, strong thing must be diluted. This I learned from another great Mahatma. We told him, sir, we'll come to receive you and take you to that place for inauguration. He said, you don't have to come. I'll come on my own, don't worry. And thereafter he made a statement. By your coming and receiving me, I am not going to become great. And if you don't come and receive me, I am not going to be belittled because of you. I know what I am. See, friends, then we will never be emotional wrecks. Observe all these people constantly seeking attention. Now, the worldly objects are covering the sense organs. Sense organs are covering the mind. Now, next step. Our mind is made up of 4 compartments. And these 4 compartments are only functional differences, not structural. Like our eyes, ears, nose, they are structurally different and functionally different. But when it comes to mind, it is only functional differences, structural no differences. So, thoughts in a state of confusion, that state of the thoughts is called as mind. Second thing, thoughts in a state of conviction or decision, that state of the thoughts is called as intellect. Third, whose doubt and whose conviction? Of course, my conviction. So the thought in the form of the ownership, the I factor, is the third one. It is called as ahankar. So mind, intellect and ahankar. Mana, buddhi, ahankar. And the fourth is thoughts in the form of memory. That is called a chitta. To understand this, like this way. I am a son to my father. I am a husband to my wife. I am a father to my son. So, structurally I am the same fool. Functionally different. So what is my function? When I am in front of my father, I have to behave like a son and fool him and get maximum money out of him. When I am in front of my son as a father, try to avoid him as much as you can before he has more money. See? So functions differ, structures don't. But you are not telling about the husband part, we are waiting for that. It's very simple, man. Follow this principle, you will never be miserable. This is especially for the husbands. When the wife talks, you should keep quiet. And when she is quiet, you should not talk. You are playing your role perfectly well. See? So mind is only functionally different. Now be attentive. When that mind stuff is gathering impressions, likes and dislikes, we come under the influence of these likes and dislikes, we are caught up in the mind level. Now to rise above this, next step is, are we doing the things because we like or we don't like, or they are being done because they are right or wrong? Who is guiding our life? Personal likes and dislikes, or what is right and wrong? I don't like to wake up early in the morning. I don't like. But it is right to wake up early in the morning. Now, who is overpowering me? My personal likes and dislikes, or the wisdom of right and wrong? Think, friends. Thus, when we are working on our mind, slowly we start recognizing this, that most of the things that we do in our life, they are only under the influence of this stupid thing called as I like, I don't like. And when we start working under the light of inquiry, understanding, wisdom, logic, reason, then the mind is conquered. And we do the things what are right, avoid the things what are wrong, not because I like or I dislike. And the best part is, what we like need not be right, and what is right need not be like. See, friends, in this manner, when we start working on the mind slowly, what will be our then lifestyle? Worldly objects cannot influence the sense organs. Sense organs cannot influence the mind. Emotions do not corrupt our wisdom. And an intelligent person is the one who is never miserable. And intellectuals are those who are intelligently miserable. They justify. See, like one lady in Delhi, she became so angry after my lecture. You are all the time telling, be happy, be happy, be happy. You are teasing us. Get married and show how to be happy. These frustrated people, they are intellectuals. Now, who is an intellectual? He who justifies his being miserable. Don't justify you are miserable. Don't justify. Because we are all miserable by our choice. Even God cannot make you miserable if you don't cooperate with the miseries. What happens, I have come to Ashwin's house. I get here all comforts, the best thing. Then I go from here to Cape Town. There somebody asked me, Swamiji, you are coming from P? Yes. I am also going, but I don't know where to stay and all that. Oh, you go to Ashwin's house. Very good, very good. Because I have got all the comforts. Second example. I go to Ashwin's house and he gives me such a terrible time. I go to bathroom, apply soap, halfway I am through and water is switched off. Then I go to take food, the vegetable are full of spices and everything messy. Then again I go to Cape Town. Somebody asked me, I am going to pee. Can you suggest? Go anywhere, don't go there. See, friends, when you honor miseries, more miseries will come to you. See, don't justify you are miserable. This is what normally happens, that we justify ourselves being miserable. No, it is our choice. You know this thing, when we go through the immigration, these days in most of the airport, this thing has gone away, except in USA. No, here South Africa also it is not there, England also it is not there, then Australia, New Zealand, then China, Japan, then your France, then Brazil, all these places, this thing has gone. When you are going through immigration, they used to give you a form and you have to fill in all the things in. And only questions are to be answered yes and no. Like in USA, the question paper, immigration form is, are you a member of the active terrorist organization? Yes, no. Are you carrying the deadly weapons on your person? Yes, no. Are you carrying animal products with you? Yes, no. You are given a choice. You are not compelled to say yes. Exactly the same way, when we were entering this world, the Lord told us, Anityam lokam imam prapya. You are entering the area called as the world. Welcome to this world which is full of miseries. Question. Do you want to be miserable? Options are given, yes and no. Now those who are tick mark, yes, Bhagavan is made so. All miseries will be specially created for you. You ordered it. Don't justify being miserable. What will be the net result? Net result will be you are at peace with yourself under all conditions. A person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. A person who is frustrated inside, he doesn't like outside happy people. They become more miserable by looking at happy people. You must have seen in every house, God has created this world for fun. I told you in the morning. So what he does, he brings husband and wife together, and between the two, one is the one who can go to sleep in a fraction of a second. The moment he or she, for example she lands on the bed and immediately the siren begins. And the man is the one who doesn't get the sleep. So what is the condition of that man? Don't snore so loudly. Now can you adjust the snoring sound? And she will coolly say, I am not snoring. And again start. See friends, it's so simple. The one who doesn't get the sleep becomes angry to see a sleeping person. Exactly, a person who is miserable, the moment he sees a happy person, he becomes more miserable. इनको क्या होता है? We come across these comments when we go here and there. You people are nice. Once I was traveling by train in India, and in the compartment, the vendor came and he asked me, Swamiji, what kind of tea you want? I said, get me black tea, no milk, no sugar, but get hot. I don't like cold one. He said, okay. He came and gave me nice tea. Then I said, how much I have to pay? He said, no, Swamiji, this is my seva to you. Please accept. I said, very good. If you are giving me free, bring every 4 hours. Very clear. So he said, okay, Maharaj, I'll bring it. That's very good. Now, when I was talking like this, there was elderly gentleman with all the typical patriotic dress, khadi and all that. He asked me, he said, you people are very lucky, you get everything free everywhere you go. Because I was happy and he gave me free. I didn't ask. I said, don't worry, I got extra dress in my bag. I can give you, you put on. Nobody is going to check your credentials, whether you are a Swami or not a Swami. Then I had to ask him out of courtesy. I said, sir, I'm sorry I don't know you, but please tell me something about you. If you want to make any old person happy, which is impossible, yet you can try. You ask him or her about their past and don't listen. They keep on talking. They want just to open their mouth, that's it. So I did that technique. Then he started. I am a freedom fighter. In early 40s, I was with Mahatma Gandhi and we have spent years and years in the jail. And all those things he told. Then I asked him, I said, sir, are you still fighting for the freedom? And did you get the freedom? Earlier, you were persecuted by the Mughals. Then you are persecuted by the Britishers. Now you are persecuted by your own politicians. Who is free? What freedom you are talking about? Then I asked, I said, are you free from the tyranny of your own mind? We talk about freedom, but the real freedom is freedom from the impact of the stupid thing called as mind. Then we are really working on the mind. And this can happen only through wisdom. See? So what is the trick of the mind? There are 3 stages through which the mind goes or our life goes. First, we know. Second, we desire. Third, we act to fulfill the desire. This is the technique used in telemarketing. On the television, they show. When all people have gone work, this lady is at home and she has nothing to do, she will start the TV. And there new gadgets come. A potato cutting machine. In 2 minutes, it can cut 5 kilograms of potato, all the pieces exactly the same size, same shape. Original cost 21,000 rands. If you order now, 2,100 rupees. So immediately it's gone. The machine comes. How many people at home? Only 2 of them. Now cutting 5 kilograms of potato, what will you do? But then you have got it, you have to show it to the public. Then you find out some excuse and invite the people and people come and all that and you make something about that dumb potato. And then everybody is eating and enjoying. How do you like potato? Yes, it is very tasty. No, the size. Now understand the secret behind it. When I do not know about the machine, I do not desire. When I do not desire, I do not act. See, I got this new phone, recently I got, it is Pixel, Google phone. Earlier I used to have iPhone, and iPhone I never liked. The useless phone is iPhone. So, then my friend in USA told me, Swami, this Pixel, Google phone is very good, camera is good and it is Android, so you can manipulate the way you want. When this knowledge came, immediately desire came. And when the desire came, immediately I got it. Observe this phenomena of the mind. And what the mind does, the mind goes on imagining that this object is a source of happiness. This object is important for me. If I don't have this object, I am incomplete. And therefore, whichever way, I must have this object. This phenomena together is called as desire. And once it gathers momentum, then unless we possess it, you will not be at peace. Friends, learn these tricks of the mind. I tell you my weakness. I used to be, now to some extent it is reduced, very crazy about bags because I keep on traveling around the year. I am more in the aeroplanes and aerodromes than anywhere else. So constantly traveling. And therefore, any airport you go, you see new different types of bags, two-wheeler, four-wheeler and all kinds of these. The moment I see, it's very nice, then you buy it. And after 2 times I give it to somebody, again the new bag. There's no end to it. See friends, once you learn the trick of the mind, you have to teach the mind. What? No. One great Mahamantra. If you want to be happy in life, learn to say no and have the courage. Listen no. See? And those who cannot listen no in life, they get totally paralyzed in no time. See friends, as much we should have the ability to deny, that much we have. We have to have the ability to get denied and yet not frustrated. Example. There was one girl, she was architect by profession and teaching in the college. And her boyfriend was also an architect and he was also teaching in college in different city, Bombay and Delhi. So they decided to get married. So in Bombay that boy came, they got engaged. And then the date of marriage was fixed. And he went back and from there he sent a letter to this girl that thank you very much for introducing me to so and so during our engagement ceremony. Therefore, we two of us have decided to get married. You please do come for our marriage and treat our engagement cancelled. He wrote her like that. And this girl got into depression. So, after some time the parents came. Swamiji, this is what has happened. And she has become so depressed, we don't know what to do. She take to doctor, no, we don't want to take to doctor, it becomes a public affair. So you tell. So I said, okay, let me talk to her. She came, I said, you go away. I spoke to her and started casual questions. What's your name? A 28-year-old girl started talking in this language. My name is Kalpana. Like small kids. What did you study? I studied English and Punjabi was not her language. But that boy who cheated her was a Punjabi. So, English, Punjabi, maths. What was the reason? She was not ready to accept denial. These are the weaklings. Weakling must perish. Discover your inner strength. Inner strength can be discovered only through wisdom. There is no other way. And what is the wisdom? The first thing is We were taught, we developed this foolish thing that I am this body. And there is no logic, there is no reason on what ground we say I am the body. Neither we have created the body, nor the body listens to us, and yet we continue to be the body. And the root cause of all the problems of our life is body identification. Therefore, we keep on adding on this body identification many layers. So, I am man, I am woman, I am husband, I am wife, I am mother, I am father, I am rich, I am poor, I am educated, uneducated. And under the burden of those so many specialities, we get buried. Be attentive. And then we come for satsang. We go for listening to talks in this place. After having gone to satsang, we add one more layer. I am spiritual also. I am yoga. Friends, drop all that garbage. See, I remember once I was in UK, LA. Not UK, USA, LA. And after my talk was over, one lady came, an American girl. She gave me her card. I read it and kept it in the pocket. And the card was her name, somebody, and then yoga under tree specialist. I read it and kept it. She said, "Do you do also yoga?" I said, "Yes." "Where is your card?" I said, "I don't have card." "But then how do I know what yoga you do?" I said, "I can tell you, yoga on the tree." You tell me, yoga you add to anything, that's it. Don't get lost in being someone extraordinary. Only a happy person is ordinary. A miserable person cannot be ordinary. See, friends, when everybody is happy, the extraordinary person is, what is there to be happy? As if they have consumed handful of caterpillars. We are here only to express happiness in this world. Don't we like happy people around us? So if we like somebody happy, what will be their experience if you are happy? And happy doesn't mean you are constantly laughing like a mad, what happy? No. Being happy means living at zero complaint levels. No complaints. Miserable people are miserable. One person from South Africa died and went to the heaven. And there God asked him, "Hey, how are you here?" And he said, "Oh, here there are no mosquitoes. We have got lot of mosquitoes there. How come no mosquitoes?" Constant complaints. Let us live at zero complaint level. Mind will come to dissolve in consciousness. Like the water and the ice are both water in the same manner. Consciousness and mind are both consciousness. Consciousness is that knowledge where objectivity is not prominent. Mind is that knowledge where objectivity is prominent. Now take an example. You are seeing me. How do you see me? That this is Swamiji. I know this is Swamiji, but I am not the Swamiji, thank God. So you know me as someone other than you. But when it comes to yourself, do you know? I says, of course I am. How do you know yourself? With the eyes? Yes, I have seen myself. Or with the smell? I think I am there. Or by licking? I think I am there. No. Our presence is not recognized objectively because the sense organs and mind, they are not involved in the experience. Therefore, what we have to do, all the experiences gathered through the sense organs and the mind, don't get overpowered by them because those experiences depend on the quality of the mind at that given particular time. If the mind is at peace, everything is beautiful. If the mind is disturbed, what is there for you to say everything is beautiful? That means that fellow is frustrated. Therefore, friends, the more you start learning about the mind, the more you will become cool, calm, quiet within. And that quietness is like what? Like the space is quiet. But that doesn't mean it is not supporting the disturbances. Earth moves in the space continuously. Space doesn't say, hey, stop moving here, I am getting tickling. Continuously you are moving. No. See, huge kinds of waves come. The space doesn't get wet. There are infernos. Space doesn't get burned. See, there are hurricanes. The space doesn't get flown away anywhere. So, what is our experience? Be very attentive. I am taking you to the last point. Space supports everything, opposes nothing, at the same time doesn't get influenced by anything. Now, from the space we learn now. But we have to learn. Learning is our process. So how do we learn? Now observe your own life, your own experiences. One simple experience. I am seeing with my vision dark blue color, light blue color, red, yellow. Are there four different visions? Vision is one. So when I see in one color, is that color influencing or touching my vision? The color illuminates the vision illuminates every color, every shape, not against any color, any shape, and not getting influenced by anyone. Now multiply this. Ears. Hear every sound, but don't get influenced by any sound. Mind entertains every thought, noble, ignoble, good, bad, divine, devilish. Mind doesn't get influenced by anything. Come to the life. Childhood, teenage, middle age. Every age is supported by the same life principle. We alone support the waking experiences of the waker, dream experiences of the dreamer, absence experiences of the deep sleeper and the samadhi person, but we don't get influenced by any one of them. Who makes this statement? I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who can make this statement? We all make it. But who is making it? A waker cannot make this statement, I had a good sleep, because in the deep sleep, waker was not there. The waker cannot make this statement that I had bad dreams, because the dreams were experienced by the dreamer, not by the waker. Then who is talking this? The one who is talking in the waking without becoming a waker. It is the same principle which illuminated the dream without becoming a dreamer, which experienced the deep sleep without going to sleep. That common denominator. This is how we have to learn from all the phenomena of the nature. Everywhere you can see this. Water has no taste. Add sugar, it becomes sweet water. Add salt, it becomes salty water. But original water is only a taste, not sweet or sour. Taste is perfect. Then we add something. And slowly we become so accustomed to that taste that if there is no particular taste, we become the slave. See, friends, therefore, the more you start contemplation and learning from the experiences, you will come to this conclusion. We don't have to become someone special, someone extraordinary. In being, there are no burdens. In becoming, there are nothing but burdens. Being is natural, becoming is artificial. And this one which has become is miserable. See, one girl in Germany asked me once after my lecture was over, Swamiji, you should have come in my life 25 years before. I said, even then I would not have married you. No, not that way. I would not have divorced 3 times. Now I understand where I had gone wrong. It was my fault that I was always separating. I said, now you understood 4 times, don't do it. I don't know. Then I said, now may I ask you a question in exchange barter system? Yes. When you got married for the first time, for our understanding, we'll make some formula. You were wife number 1, W1, and your husband was H1. So the first couple was W1H1. Then you separated. Then you got married again. So it was W2H2. Then W3H3. Now the question is W1 equal to W2 is equal to W3 is equal to what? So when you divorce for the first time, where the wife 1 has gone? When you divorce second time, where the second wife has gone? Third time, the third wife has gone. Where are they? So those who do not exist, they are miserable. How can you help them? You know, our condition is like what? A bird. Standing in front of the mirror, what is our experience? We know. When a bird stands in front of the mirror, watch that. The bird will go on pecking. And then want to remove that fellow. Then he goes behind the mirror. Oh, nobody is there. I think he's run away. Again he comes in the front. Again the scene. Then the bird decides, okay, I have to remove this enemy. He is other than me. Then he starts doing sadhana. He will do yoga. And after Padmasana, they open the eyes. Oh, still there. Okay. I have to do the pranayam. Again open. Oh, still there. I don't know. I think I should wash the mirror. Take a glass of water, throw it away. Still there, never mind. Then take a cloth and wipe away the reflection. It doesn't go. Then let me call God. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Still there, Om Namah Shivaya. Not a powerful God. I don't know what to do. Then break the mirror. And when the bird breaks the mirror, there are 4 of them. Oh, out of 1, 4 have become. This is our condition. I was one. Then I have broken myself. I became a father. I became a husband. I became a son. And earlier I was miserable. Now 4 are miserable. Whom to control? So what the bird has to do? Only know it is an appearance. It is not real. Therefore, whenever we have become disturbed and miserable, just find out the one who is miserable, is he or she real? Then what will be the conclusion? Conclusion will be, this world is a beautiful appearance without existence. What we call as an illusion. Illusions appear, but they don't exist. And with the illusions, what is our interaction? Number 1, we don't try to improve the illusions. Number 2, we don't suffer because of the illusions. Number 3, we enjoy illusions. Number 4, we don't desire illusions. So when we see the rainbow, it is an illusion. So when we see the rainbow, do we say, unfortunately, I have seen a rainbow? No. We enjoy. Hey, come on, see how beautiful it is. Is it not only one man? There are 2 of them. Oh, enjoy. But you never think, let me take a piece of the rainbow for my wife. Exactly the same way, live in this world cheerfully, happily, without carrying the burden of any desire. And this can happen only if we learn from our experiences. Right from childhood till date, what we have done. If we have to write our own biography in one line, what it will be? Right from childhood till date, we struggled to fulfill our desires, yet desires remain unfulfilled. Childhood, we had desires for some toys. Teenager, different desires. Middle age, different desires. Old age, different desires. Different doctors. There is no end to it. Friends, desire-free existence is God realization. Because consciousness plus desire is equal to mind. Mind minus consciousness minus desire is equal to consciousness. Man plus the woman is a husband. Husband minus the wife is man. What he has to do? Divorce? No. Then don't take her seriously. One day a person went home and he knocked the door. As usual, the wife opened the door and he suddenly lifted her in both hands and was going towards the dining table. She said, "What happened to you today? Acting funny in this old age? Was your Swami romantic or what?" He said, "No, he was not romantic." "What then?" "He told you must carry your burden." At this moment, you are divine. Because you are happy. Discover this. learn to be happy over silly things. Our is a different approach. If somebody is happy, suppose I ask Ashwin bhai, what a surprise, you are happy today? If he is miserable, I will not ask him because I know every time he is like that. Therefore, let happiness be our second nature. This is all what we have to learn to grow wise. Be happy not because of anything. Be happy in spite of everything. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.